But let's take you back to that press conference of the first batch of vaccine rollouts where the Agriculture Minister John Steenhuisen is, together with the Gauteng MEC of Vuyiswa Ramokgopa. And that's, of course, the provincial leg of the national mass vaccination rollout. That's in Heidelberg. That's against foot and mouth disease. Live there now.
Links to the issue of the protocols around movement control. There are certain documents that are needed if you want to move your animal. If you don't have those documents, and there's really no HOD, we are going to strengthen our law enforcement activities. So if you hit a roadblock and you don't have those documents, your cattle will obviously be confiscated. But Ninabo, ama animal health technicians, Ninabo, abo Dr. Mpofu, I think in this area, who've been working with some of you, please contact them for any advice, and then they'll be able to assist you. And I think it also leads up to the whole question of the regulations from the auction side. I think the ministerial task team is working quite hard in terms of reviewing some of these protocols. And I think one of them is the one where I mentioned the 3 months period from which you can be allowed to move your animals. And then the other one was the one for the like saying the dairy heads, where initially in terms of the protocol, if we would vaccinate you, even if your farm was not infected, then we would put you under quarantine, we would require you to do double pasteurization and all of that. That has been reviewed now. If you have been clean and we vaccinate you, that is going to be your status. So all these processes are running parallel to each other, and we are working very hard to make sure that we mitigate. And I also want to say we welcome, the offer of assistance at the auctions where the private vets will assist. As government, we've already opened that avenue that private veterinarians must come in and assist us. There's a form that they have to fill in. They only have to contact their local state veterinarian so that the state veterinarian can be aware that a specific private veterinarian has been permitted to carry out that particular task. I think I've covered most of the technical. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks, Doc.
Thanks, Doc. Thank you so much, Doc. I'm going to ask the MEC Ramokgopa, MEC for Agriculture and Rural Development in Gauteng to address us, to respond to some of the issues, but make further inputs she may wish to make. MEC? Thank you.
Thank you, HOD. Good morning to you all. Sanbonan Dumelan. It is indeed a pleasure to be with you this morning, and more importantly, to have the opportunity to host Honorable Minister Steenhuisen in Gauteng, in this beautiful place that we are in today. Let me begin by sort of picking up where HOD left off, and I'll get to some of the specific issues, but really to contextualize why we also are convened in this way and why we are having this discussion. At the end of January, when we launched and announced Gauteng's 4-pillar approach, which was really centered on containment, enforcement, vaccination, and communication, we made a commitment at that point that one of the key pillars to our approach to fighting the FMD outbreak was going to be creating platforms for multi-stakeholder engagement such as this. And the purpose of that is that we are aware that this is a moving target. We are engaging with a lot of different farming communities, and we are open to actually learning and understanding how we can sharpen our own approach